Good afternoon. It's Susie Q96. My haters already been here hitting the thumb down. I'm so honored. Yeah, this has been my time slot for over a year, but for some reason today, everybody and their monkey's uncle thinks that it's their time slot and is streaming over me. Good afternoon, Scratch and Go Crazy. So yeah, people that are supposed to be my friends are now streaming over me. They could have at least waited till I died before they stole my time slot. Hi Charles, how you doing today? Second time today I've seen you. Scratch, he doesn't get up early enough to do the morning show. So. Yeah, I just took a quick tour around and I saw the incredible number of people who have moved in on my 5 o'clock Monday spot. Oh well, what am I going to do, you know? There's like only so many slots, but kind of hurts your feelings when people that are supposed to be your friends just schedule over you. I've always tried not to do that, but after today, I decided I'll end my show when I feel like it, and if I'm streaming over somebody else, I'm sorry. Oh well. They have no respect for my time. I try to be a nice lady and see what it gets me. Oh well. Anyway, y'all can see I got moon face. What moon face is, it's what you get when they make you take a lot of prednisone. It puffs you up, and so I have moon face. It won't be the first time in my life I've had moon face from having to take prednisone. It just happens. All kinds of things have happened. I had a busy day because I already did my show this morning. It was the news, and then I went to the bank to pick up a box of pennies and a box of nickels, and I guess I'm happy with the pennies. I have not opened them yet, but I'm very unhappy with the nickels because I told her that I needed to have circulated nickels. They're kind of, got to be circulated in order to sort them. Well, I think maybe out of the box, and I'm not even sure about these. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the roll I opened. Maybe 10 rolls that might be circulated. Everything else in that damn box are 2020Ps, which means that box right there is going right back to the bank tomorrow because I can't do anything with it. Now, I got this box of pennies because I was going to do a penny hunt, but now since I don't have the nickels, I may have to break in to the penny box. Now, this is an interesting penny box because it's a mixed bag of customer roll and bank rolls, and some of the bank rolls are pretty sloppy. Somebody's doing what I do. I mark my rolls so I know that I'm not getting my rolls back. Well, this one's marked TLC, so I'm guessing that these customer rolls have probably already been sorted too. So I'm not holding much hope for any of the boxes that I got, but we're going to open a few things from each one of them. I'll get a different box for a future penny roll challenge because this is crazy. Oh, and great. Now I'm down to one person. Oh, yay. I might as well just sign off and give up on my show. You know, seriously, I have no viewers anymore. You're not allowed to get sick, and you're not allowed to speak your mind, so what the hell are you allowed to do? Oh, well, we got the quarters here, so we might as well do a dadgum show anyway. Remove the keyboard. I don't plan on using that. Might as well start out with the commemorative quarters of the United States. I still need 5 quarters in this book. My personal one has already been filled. This is a giveaway book in which I need 5 more quarters to give it away. I did get to the car wash. I washed my car, which needed it because I was out on the farm and it was kind of muddy and cruddy. So, I'm going to go ahead and start out with our state quarters. Don't have that many of them. I guess I should find my gloves. Yeah, I'm just really upset that I discovered all those people who have moved into my time slot. Hey, McHammer, how you doing? Glad to see you. Glad to see ya. Getting ready to play with some coinage here. Got out of the newsroom into the bank vault, and let's see what's in here. See if we find anything good from the car wash. Yeah, while I was down there, I checked all my fluids and did all my automotive maintenance. I do it at the car wash because I always spill stuff, and that way I can just wash it off. All right, I'm going to flip me off the camera. Some of you may have never even seen me on camera before. I've been avoiding being on camera because I've been so sick. But here I are. And there I go. Turn on the microscope and see. We need, for the completion of this book, Alabama, Arkansas, North Carolina, Washington, and Utah. So, let's see if any of those turn up in this pile. Oops, and I need my receptacle. This is my container of quarters that I need to look through for errors and laundry money. There's a varmint. I don't need a varmint. I know a couple of varmints. I don't really need one. I've had a couple of varmints in my life. Probably why I'm broke all the time. Hanging around with varmints. Oregon. Not one we need today. Susie Kim be in the same game today? Just wondering. Am I going to be in the same game? Okay, let me explain how the game works, McHammer. The cats and dogs thing is a qualifier for a big prize on April 12th. Yes, we will be playing cats and dogs and qualifying some more people today. And you will have another chance to qualify. The prize is not being given away until my show on April 12th. And there are going to be multiple prizes. But I'm doing the qualifying with the cats and dogs. Oh my goodness, that's nasty. So yeah, we will be playing cats and dogs again today. If your name gets picked by Mr. Nightbot, you will get another chance to win another entry into the big contest. Oh, that's a Georgia peach. I used to live in Georgia. I never thought I'd miss it, but now that I'm here, I do. Nebraska do not need today. Hey, oh, Scratch is picking frog. Well, it doesn't surprise me. We had Big Country in here one day picking gerbils and rats. Other muskrat, I believe, was one of them. Armadillo. But I don't have cards for all those. Florida. That's where I was raised. I was raised in Florida. I liked it. I just can't afford to live there anymore. Wish I could. I love it. Love it, love it. But it's just, I can't make my medical budget stretch in Florida. They are a state who did not sign on to the expanded Medicaid program, and therefore I cannot live there. Ooh, there's an Alabama, and it's a pretty one. And we need it, so it's going in the book. Now we only need 4 more, and we'll have this book ready to give away. I love comedy. I was going to be a stand-up comedian, but I kept falling down. So I just couldn't hold the audience, you know. But I did do radio for a while. Radio is where you go when you don't have the face for television. And so that's where I was. I was on radio. Yes, I was. I was a broadcasting major in college. Yes, I was. That was back in the days, however, where when women went into broadcasting, that thought it meant you were supposed to fetch their coffee and hang the posters on the walls and answer the telephone. It was a struggle, to say the very least, to actually do any broadcasting as a female in the 70s. But I did manage to get on the air a little bit. I had this nighttime show on the weekends on a local station near where I lived called Dina in the Dark. Midnight to 6, that wonderful, wonderful shift where you get all the wackos and weirdos. I liked it, except that sometimes I was a big stock car racing fan, and my boyfriend raced stock cars not too far away from the radio station. And sometimes I would have to leave the races before they were over if things got running late. And I always hated that part, so I would have to have people call me from the racetrack and tell me who won. And then my boss got mad because I had this little set that I would play, which was a clue to people out at the racetrack for somebody to call me. And the songs I would play was Drive My Car by the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix Crosstown Traffic. Well, if my friends heard those 2 songs on the air, they knew that nobody had called me yet and told me what had happened in the feature race. There's an Arkansas. We can put him in the book. Now we just need North Dakota, Washington, and Utah, but I only have 1 quarter left of the states, so we're not going to fill it this week, but we got 2 more in there, so that book's coming along. Hopefully by next week that one will be ready to be a giveaway. It will. So I guess the next thing I'm going to do, I'm still mad about this nickel box, because I was very specific and told her that they needed to be circulated nickels. And I don't even know if these few rolls that I pulled out are circulated nickels. But I did open 1 roll, and I didn't really look at the nickels. I just put aside anything that looked like it might be circulated. So we're going to switch over to some nickels here for a minute, just because I want to get them out of this plastic bag and figure out if there's anything at all circulated. I don't even have my nickel book out. Tells you how much faith I have in these nickels. But we'll look and see if there's anything exciting here. 2013P. Oh, I'm going to do the happy dance because it wasn't a 2020. This is an older one. 1999P. So there are a few circulated nickels in here. 96p. But most of the rolls look like they're all 2020s, and I'm just going to take them back. Up, there's a 64. That was a good year for me. I was alive then. Yes, I'm old as dirt. And 87. So these were the ones I pulled out of one roll that looked like they might have been circulated. 75D. 82D. So there are a few, but not very many. 77D. I'm just sorting by decade right now. I don't have my books out. 2001 Space Oddity. 1999, you graduated from high school. Oh my goodness. You're so young. I graduated in 71. I should have graduated in 70, but my dad was a beehole and made me stay for, I had to go for a whole year for 1.5 credits that I could have taken in summer school and graduated in 70. You were born in 80. Oh my goodness. What is this? This is not an American coin. That looks like a the Queen Elizabeth of the Canadian family. What we get here? We got a beaver nickel from Canada. 1985. A foreigner in our midst, and it's not, and a critter. It's not a cat or a dog. Hey, an invasion of critters. Holy moly. What does that say? 1996. Oh, I'm so excited. Where's the 90s? Okay. This is a 19. Yeah, this was pretty sad. This was all I pulled out of 2 rolls that looked like it was circulated. And then that whole plastic bag is all 2020Ps, and I don't know what on earth I would do. Oh, there's another 64. I don't know what I would do with that many 2020Ps. 89D. I'm going to open one of these rolls here that looks like it may have been circulated, but the majority of the box I think is all 2020Ps, and so I'm going to take them back tomorrow because they're useless for my purpose. Oh yeah, that's my buddy. Well, I need a box for these. Where are we going to put the nickels? Oh, I gotta find a nickel container. I'm ill prepared, as usual. Yeah, there's something we can put nickels in. This is actually a metal detecting find box I got from the Weedy Boys when I went detecting with them down in Florida last March, right before we all went into the COVID lockdown, and I mean right before, like 2-3 days before the COVID lockdown kicked in. I can use that for nickels right now. That'll work. Okay. I'm just going to pick one of these rolls out here. Let me see if I can find one that has something odd on the end. I don't know what that is. Well, yeah, I do, but are there any with a dark ender or an ender that, well, they all stink. We'll just open one of them, what the heck. Then I'm going back to the quarters. Now my quarters I only get at the car wash. That's been the game since it started, was to fill the books. Andy is sleeping. He was up all morning and after 9 a.m. my time. Yeah, I had an email from him earlier. So it's all right. It is what it is. I just starting to wonder. He was my very first mod, and it kind of hurts my feelings when he doesn't show up because he's my brother. He should be here. Okay, what we got? This is going to be a 2005 Buffalo. There's another creature that we got. So we know that this roll at least is partly circulated. I am so mad about that box. 2007. Because it's like almost all 2020Ps. And I'm disappointed. Got a copper necklace. Cool. Another 2020P. I mean, most of these rolls are nothing but 2020Ps. So basically, I'm fishing out everything that isn't a 2020P. And I'm sending all the 2020Ps back to the bank tomorrow. Except I might find one really nice one and put it in a flip. But mud swat, hi honey. But yeah, it's very disappointing when you are expecting a box of circulated coins and you get rolls and rolls and rolls of 2020Ps. That kind of hurt the little show a bit, but it's alright. Ooh, that one's shiny. I bet that's a 2020P. Yep. See? Once in a while, something else gets in there. There's 88. Oh, we did get the Canadian, so. But yeah, I'll take them back tomorrow and probably just trade them in for more penny boxes. I like new and nickels, but I really like pennies more, so I think I'll just take the nickels back and get pennies. The only reason I'm doing this is I was supposed to be in a penny hunt, which I think I've been uninvited from, but that's okay. People don't like me because I say what I think. If you go on my Facebook page, the very first thing it says is, I am brutally honest. So if you cannot handle being called out, oh, this is another Lewis and Clark. I got a whole jar of these. I got to figure out what to do with them. This is your 2004 variety from the Lewis and Clark Expeditional Thingy Dig. Another 20P. Oh, she'll order pennies for me. I'm sure what happened is that I have a lady that usually gets my boxes for me, and she was at lunch when I got there, and I think this gal who got them just grabbed a box of nickels, failing to understand, well, there's 64, failing to understand that they needed to be circulated for my purpose. Now, I have a very nice lady at the bank who usually takes care of my box needs, which are usually few and far between because I normally don't have money for a box. And I truly don't have money for a box right now, but I figured, okay, if we go through the box real quick, I can roll it up and put it back in the bank, and it'll be back in there by the 21st when I have to pay my car insurance. So I just splurged for something to do. I've been trying to get my channel going again. I've been was off for almost a month, and then I came back and I thought, okay, I'm doing this, and I was back for about another 2 weeks and got sick again for another month, and I've just been back around this past week, and in the course of all of it, I have lost my time slot. Right now, I know at least 4 people who are subscribers to my channel who are live streaming over me as we speak. And it hurts my feelings a little bit because I've had this time slot for a long, long time. And I don't know. I guess my show's just not entertaining enough or something. Alrighty. Let's look at some more quarters. And we'll look at some more of these ugly nickels again here in a minute. Well, that's why I do the that's why I do the car wash muds. What? Because I don't usually have money for a box either. This is some money that was put aside for a bill, and the bill's not due till the 22nd, so I figured I'll go ahead and I'd go ahead and get that box of nickels, and then I'd have plenty of time to take them back. But I was not anticipating them being all uncirculated or semi-uncirculated of the same year. So now I have out my little book of the national parks. And I will hold it up here and show you where I'm at. This is my personal book, which I have been working on since last May or June. 2010, 2011, 2012, missing a few. 2013, missing a couple. Then I'm good till I get to 2019. I'm missing one there. 4 out of the 20s, and of course I have not seen a single Tuskegee Airman yet. Out of the car wash since I started that, I have pulled 2 silvers and 3 W's. So this is just my poor girl's way of saving coins. I have probably given away far more than I have saved. I used to do some pretty intense giveaways. I can't do that anymore either right now, but it's okay. I'm just going to keep muddling along like I do. Now that the COVID is lifting a little bit and I've had my COVID shot and the weather is a little better, I'm doing more metal detecting stuff, and I'm also doing my new show in the mornings, which has made some people mad. And I'm sorry, but there's only so many time slots, and I don't want my name over on a show where they're telling people COVID doesn't exist and calling me nasty names. So I created my own morning show where we actually look at old newspaper articles about coins and metal detecting, and actually kind of learn something once in a while. We try anyway. And we play some games and drink our coffee, and then everybody goes off and does what they need to do. That's the way that show works. Yeah, I got a bunch of these. Both the slots are full. I'm mostly just looking at mint marks. And that's the Billings Rockefeller. I need a D on this one, but that's a P. Eventually I will get my books full. Then I don't know what we're going to do. Start more books. That one is also a P. War in the Pacific. I have both of those. That is a P. So, I'm just a little sad. I had a pretty good momentum going on my show, and then I moved, and then I broke my ribs, and then I got sick, and it's really hard to come back because it's so easy for people to find another channel to watch. It's like I am watching somebody struggling to come back besides myself. I used to watch a channel that was, I mean, it was hopping. It was jam-packed. There was always a bunch of people in there, stuff going on. And then he had to take a break. And now he is struggling too. And that is Jeff Silversmith. That used to be one of the hoppingest channels around. And it breaks my heart. Sometimes I turn it on and there's like 6 people on there. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And what happened is he had to take that break. And when he came back, some other people had his time slot. And had, you know, and that's what's happening with me right now. Other people are in my time slot. And I'm not gonna move my time slot. I've had this time slot for a long time. And it's just, I just don't feel, if I get 5 people, I get 5 people. Because I would be sitting here looking at these coins whether I had 5 people on watching them with me or not. It's a lot more fun when I have other people in here, but I would still be looking at the coins. So, Harper's Ferry 2016. I don't need anything in 2016. Ellis Island. I'm saving Ellis Islands. I have something special I'm going to be doing with Ellis Islands that have to do with my other channel, one of my other channels, my genealogy channel. So I am starting to save my Ellis Islands. Okay. Dooby-dooby-doo. Almost done with these. Then we're going to play some cats and dogs. Get some more folks registered for the contest. I did make a video this morning showing how to get into the April 12th giveaway and some of the things we are giving away. So one of those things is a really nice scale that was donated by Archaeology Mikey 007. There's a silver round involved. There's some other coinage. And if I should somehow reach 800 subscribers by April 12th, I will be adding something else big and silver to the mix. Not holding my breath on that one. I can make that promise because I pretty much know I received emails today, and I got some yesterday too, calling me nasty names and telling me that my channel is being boycotted, and this is like the 3rd time. You know, I don't know what joy these people get out of picking on little old ladies, but I guess that's what gets them off. So I just guess that's what gets them off. But I also heard this morning there was somebody going around channels last night harassing all sorts of people and making racist comments, and I don't go for that. That's not good. We need to all just stop it. We're all on the same earth. Alrighty, well, I got nowhere on that deal. So we'll just set that off to the side for now. Made no progress on that, except I got some more laundry money. Oh, well, gotta have laundry money. Cynthia, hi, hon. How are you doing? All right. Where's my cats and my dogs? I got to get some more folks signed up for that April 12th contest. There's also going to be some metal detecting goodies in there because I got a package from the fine folks at Nocta Simplex. Oh, that's the wrong book. Y'all don't really want to have your name listed in that book. That's the book of all my doctor's appointments. I don't think anybody wants to be in that book. Here's the dog and cat. Here's the dogs and cats list. Okay. So, let's get over here into my Nightbot. It says there's only 4 eligible people right now, but there are 6 in the thing, so you need to, 4 eligible people right now, but there are 6 in the thing, so you need to, and that right here is the echo from YouTube, which I should probably refresh anyway. So while I'm in there, let me refresh that button. And I just saw Coin Happy Dude. So anyway, post something in the stream so that the bot will pick you up. You can have more than 1 entry to this contest. So the more you show up at my show and the more you get your name drawn, the more chances you are going to have to win the prize. Hello, Delbrat. I just mailed your envelope off to you today, so be looking for that. All right, it says 8 people, 6 eligible, so 2 more people have not posted in the stream. So let me read you the names of who are on the list, and if you don't hear your name, you need to post something real quick. Charles, Coin Happy Dude, Cynthia, Dell, Mud Swat, and Lucky James Eller. Anybody else that wants in needs to post something in the stream here real quick so that the bot will know you are present and want to have a chance to win the goodies. I don't see McHammer on my list, so where's my McHammer? And where's my Scratch and Go Crazy? And Scratch and Go Crazy wants to pick frog, but there's no frogs in there. There may be some dogs that look like frogs. Don't know. Yeah, you better hurry up and get that because I gotta get these dogs and cats in here all shook up. Getting turned where they rattle little. Alright, yeah, you can win multiple entries. This is all about if you show up at the show, you got a better chance. Because I'm not giving stuff away to people that don't even come in and support the show. So, okay. I'm not waiting on nobody else. There's 2 of you did not post. But we're going to work with who we got. Now what's going to happen? The bot is going to pick a name. And I'm going to have that person tell me if they want a cat or a dog. There are cards in the box with cats and dogs. If you get a joker, you get 2 entries. And it doesn't matter if it was a cat or a dog. If you get a joker, it's 2 entries. Cynthia, I went metal detecting for Easter and wore myself out. But yeah, I had a good time. Found some stuff. And all right, let's see who the first contestant is. Mud Swat. Mud Swat, are you in the house, Mud Swat? Cat or dog, Mud Swat? Cat or dog, Mud Swat? They're in there. Cat or dog? What do you want? Come on, Mud. Pick me a winner. Cat. You choose ducks. Cat. Okay, let's see what we got. We got not only a cat, we got a cat joker. That means Mud Swat gets 2 entries. All jokers, 2 entries. Good job, Mud Swat. So you have 2 entries for the April 12th giveaway. And I'm going to put the joker back in the box. Yeah, he doubled up real good there. That was a killer call there, buddy. All right, let's shuffle these up a little bit. There went a corgi and a kitty and another joker went by. All right, let's see who else. Now we've got some more people on the list too. Well, if I could find ducks and frogs and other cards, these are just what I got to work with, cats and dogs. I got the cards for Christmas. So, all right. Lucky James Eller, your turn to choose. Cat or dog? Lucky James Eller, cat or dog? All these people that have been skipping my show are going to be really pissed off when they don't have a chance to win the prizes I'm giving away. They're going to go, well, we didn't know. Yeah, you did. I made a video about it. I mention it every day. He still says cat. If I can find some barnyard animal cards, we'll get some. I'll have to look over at the dollar store to see what they've got. Okay, Lucky James says cat. Lucky James. Kitty! He gets another entry. Another entry. Well, we're doing good today. Lots of people getting those cats and stuff. Lucky James. And he is too. Well, what stream I was in last night, he was winning in there too. Something I was trying to win. Oh, a proof set or something. Okay, we're going to do one more. And then we're going to open one of these crazy rolls of pennies. Let's see whose turn it is this time. How about scratch and go crazy? Duck, duck, goose. No, we don't have duck, duck, goose. We only have cats and dogs. Come on. Well, then you picked, if you picked me, you picked a cat. Actually, you probably picked a fish because I'm a Pisces. But Scratch says doggo. Let's see if we can get a doggo out of here. Uh-oh. See what happens when you're a smart aleck? Should we give him another chance, guys? Since he did pick Susie Q, should we give him another chance? One more chance at a dog. All right, we're going to give him one more chance just because he showed up. He was the first one here. And look, he got a cute little doggy. He got a cute little doggy. So we're going to put him on the list. And we gave him that chance. Scratch shows up here pretty often. And he was the first one in the room today. Alright, so those of you who don't know, I have a morning show now. Comes on somewhere around 8 o'clock, whenever my coffee is ready. Runs for about an hour. And what we're doing on that show is we're looking at old newspaper articles about metal detecting and coin collecting and counterfeiting and currency and just things that you wouldn't think of that would have an effect on our hobby, on our hobbies. And some of them are pretty interesting. This morning we had, but you can watch them later, Cynthia. This morning we were talking about Bill Wyman of the Rolling Stones being a metal detectorist. And we were talking about cops who, back in the 1940s, used a metal detector to find a safe that some crooks had buried in the ground. Just some interesting news articles. And the thing is, it's real. You know, it's real stuff from the news. It's not just something somebody made up on their channel or something. So anyway, I got this box of pennies. I was going to save it, but since my nickel box is all 2020p's, I'm going to play around in the penny box a little bit. And so what I have done, I have taken 2 rolls out. One is a customer roll and one is a bank roll. So let's see what's in them. Now, I know they're not my rolls because I mark mine before I take them back. And there's somebody in here has theirs marked too. Oh, I should get one of those. Yeah, this one that has TLC on it. See if TLC sorted their coins. So let's look at some pennies. I mean, this is truly low dough collecting here, folks. When it's 50 cents for a roll of pennies, you know, you can afford it. And she even gave me some rolls too. I try not to tear my rolls up because I know I got to roll all this crap back up and take it right back to him. This is a customer rolled, but it's not a marked customer roll. So let's see if there's anything of any excitement in it. I will go back and look at these more thoroughly later. Right now I'm just looking for Wheaties and anomalies of very obvious. There's an 82. I can put that in my 82 box. I have a scale. I've been weighing my 82s. There's some more zinc. I have a whole, I just throw all the zincs together and look at them later. They do not excite me. I find Zinkins to be the worst coin ever created by the United States Mint. They are an embarrassment to the coin community, and they are a pain in the butt for metal detectorists as well. I do not like Zinkins. No, I don't. I think Zinkins stinkins. There's an 85. It's not copper, though. Your copper break-off is at 82, and some 82s are copper, and some are not. There's a 79. That's a copper. I have a copper jar. I rolled all of them up and cashed them in, sadly, because I took a $300 hit on my income, and I got bills to pay. That's 64. So I'm going to have to be real tight. That's a shield penny. I hate those. Real tight with my money for quite a while. I'm just going to go ahead and pick all that nasty shield junk out of the way now. They stick out like a sore thumb. Boy, I had one yesterday about blow my ears out. I was out detecting. Oh, it sounded so good. And then I found it and it was a zinc. Stinking zinking. Yeah, that one looks like that's been in the ground before. What do you think, Cynthia? That look like a detect-o-matic to you? I can't even tell what it says. But that looks like a ground penny. Another 82. 92. And like I said, this was a customer roll, but it was not the marked customer roll. Another shield. I actually was doing really well yesterday with detecting, except for one minor detail. Two minor details. Several minor details. I found a really good place. Ooh, there's a 74S. I found a really good place to detect that obviously has not been hit because I was pulling clad quarters and stuff out of there like crazy. Problem is, Dummy McGee here bought new batteries for her pinpointer, which she left on the kitchen table. And then she did not take any extra batteries for the GoPro cameras, which both had dead batteries. Now, if this is not enough, she did not charge her headphones. Normally, I do not use headphones, but I've been having some hearing loss issues recently, and they put a tube in my ear, so I need to use my headphones. Well, those weren't charged either. And then for the grand finale, the coup de grace, I looked down at my detector, and it has 1 bar. I had not charged the detector either. So this meant that basically nothing I had worked worth a darn past about 45 minutes. So I had to come home. I did find, I think, $3 or $4 worth of clad and a little necklace thing that said BFF, best friend forever. It was just bling, but I was finding stuff, and I was real happy I was finding stuff. So after I do my show tonight, everything is going to get plugged in and batteried and cleaned, and I've already got the GoPro batteries charged up because I'm going to film the cleaning and attention that I will be giving to the equipment. Maybe it will help someone, but it sure would have helped me yesterday. I mean, absolutely nothing. Oh, and then, oh yeah, it's funny. It was funny. And here, just to make it even worse, when you think you can't make it worse, I had this signal. It sounded like a silver dollar. And I'm digging this thing, and I had digging, and I got down on the ground, and those who know me know that I am disabled. So I rarely get down on the ground to dig. But this signal was so brilliant that I said, I gotta get down here. So I get down on the ground, and I dug, and I dug, and I dug, and I dug. And finally I found it, and it was not a silver dollar. It was an aluminum can with a screw through it. Now, if the disappointment wasn't bad enough, I am in front of some bleachers adjacent to some tennis courts. And nobody ever uses those tennis courts. But yesterday, being Easter, a couple and their small child decided they needed to use those tennis courts. So they are watching me, and I am on the ground, rolling around like a cockroach, flipped over on her back. I could not get up. I was trying to pull myself up with the bleachers. I had my shovel. I had my detector. I couldn't get up, and these buttholes were laughing. They've got their little child there who's maybe 8 or 9 years old. It would have been a great opportunity to teach a child about helping someone in a less fortunate position. Instead, they are standing there on the tennis court laughing while I roll around on the ground. My biggest problem was the ground was wet. And so my feet were slipping, and I just couldn't get up. So I finally got up, but my thought was, how rude. Just don't teach your kids to behave that way. That's not funny. I could have seriously hurt myself. And I actually did kind of hurt myself. But, I mean, it wasn't a serious thing. But a little while later, when I was carrying my stuff out, some younger high school, early college age kids had come out there. And I dropped my stuff. And 3 of the young men ran over to help me. So clearly, their parents taught them some manners. Thank you, Hillsville, Virginia. But I just thought how horrible that was. And he was talking to this poor little girl. They're trying to teach her to play tennis. And he was, it was obvious the little girl was not interested in tennis. She wanted to fly her kite. Daddy wanted to make her Venus Williams or something. I don't know. But the little girl really didn't want to play tennis. So that just bothered me even more. But I will go back to that spot. I have only detected maybe 1/1000th of that place. And I was getting constantly good signals. Like I said, I pulled $3-4 worth of clad in maybe a half an hour. So, yeah, I will go back there with a different pair of shoes for one day. I'm thinking about getting golf cleats or something. I don't know. I need advice on shoes. This turf up here is very different than Georgia. And, yeah, I got to find the right shoes. Okay, we're going to do another roll of pennies out of that box. This one has someone's initials on it. So I'm not holding a lot of hope that whoever TLC is has left me anything good in this roll. But we're going to find out if there's anything at all in this roll. And after this one, we're going to do the bank roll. Then we're going to take a little break and do a couple more cats and dogs, and then we're going to do the regular quarters. Whee! There's some pretty grubby looking ones in TLC's package here. I don't know if that means anything but grubby, but we'll see. We shall see, we shall see. There's an 83 Zinky. Like I said, right now I'm just going through and looking for anything obvious. Oh, we did a really interesting article, speaking of pennies, on one of my It Was the News shows. I think it was yesterday's. That had some interesting information about Indian head pennies. Now, every one of us, I'm sure, has always assumed that that drawing was of some Indian maiden, and that the artist's rendition was of an actual Indian. However, that is not true at all. So you might want to find that article and find out who that really is in that portrait on that coin, because it is not at all what any of us thought. Boy, these are grubby. These look like they were in somebody's coffee holder in their truck or something. TLC, you're not coming through for me, buddy. I need a little TLC here. Give me a little TLCs. Come on. Yeah, a lot of 80s. A lot of Zinkies. 84. 1984. Anybody read that book besides me? Who's eating sketty? Scratch and go crazy. Eating sketties. I was going to make sketty, but just don't feel like cooking today. So I don't know what I'm going to have. I've got sandwich stuff. I'm going to make a turkey later this week. It's been in my freezer for a little bit, and I need it out of there. It takes up a lot of room. So I'm going to make a turkey, and I'm kind of going to go on this. It's not the same diet that Larry Powell is on, but it's the same kind of diet where you eat a small portion of food, which is approximately 1 measured cup, and you do that every couple hours, and it is to level your metabolism. And I'm going to need to have proteins and lean meat, so I thought, well, I have this turkey, I'm gonna get this happening. And I can't really do any of it until after April the 9th. April the 9th, I will not be having my morning show unless it is pre-recorded, because I will be going into the hospital for the day, hopefully just for the day, to have some testing done on my gastrointestinal system, which some of you may know I lost my large intestine back in 2010 to a disease called ulcerative colitis. It is the same disease that killed Glenn Fry of the Eagles, because his did not get diagnosed and his intestine ruptured. So anyway, when you do not have all your body parts, how your body reacts with food is very different than a normal person. And I've been having some issues, because it's been almost 12 years ago since that happened. So they just need to go in there and poke around, check, make sure everything. Yeah, it's very similar to Crohn's, Charles. And one of the things about it is sometimes after they remove it for UC, they will come up with you having Crohn's. And so that is exactly why I am going in for the test now. Now, Cynthia, I started out, I had the ostomy bag. They created in me what is called a J pouch, which is it's kind of like an internal ostomy bag that they create out of the small intestine. And I really do not want to go back to having an external bag. It was terrible. I lived in Florida. The humidity was awful. And the thing didn't want to stick. And it was just, no, I don't ever want to revisit that. So we're going for these tests to see if somehow I have now developed Crohn's or celiac disease or something else that is causing symptoms similar to what I had before I had the removal of my intestine. So that's just gonna happen coming up soon. And I hate it. It makes it very difficult sometimes when I want to go metal detecting. And people like want to go like way out in some field or something, and I'm like, yeah, sorry guys, I really can't do that. You know, I appreciate the invite, but no. So it's really, I'm glad there are people in here who understand the disease and the similar diseases, because I had family members kind of make light of it. They don't really understand. And yeah, that pain, it'll mess you up. And so I actually called the original surgeon who did my surgery back in 2010. And I talked to him in length about it, and he told me what to tell the doctor up here. And so we are going to do some scoping and scanning and see if we can't get the situation. Yeah, absolutely, Charles. People don't understand that have never had it, but even as horrible as this is, it is not nearly as bad as what you go through before they fix it. I had no, at a point, there was a point at which I had no quality of life. My quality of life was I lived in the bathroom, doubled over. That was my life. So even as unpleasant as this is, it's still way better than the other options that were available. Now this roll, this is the last roll pennies I'm doing. This is a bank roll. These all three came out of the same box. Mr. TLC clearly picked through his because there wasn't anything in there but junk. I was doing quite a bit better until about 2 years ago. I started having some real issues with it, and part of it, I'm sure, was the stress that I was going through when I lost my friend Tommy. It just destroyed me, and because I have so many autoimmune issues are a whole strange deal because doctors don't know what caused them. They don't know how to treat them. Another one of my good detecting friends, Ravenhawk, has a lot of autoimmune disorders. That's why he has been in like the total lockdown. Cynthia, I have a good friend. He used to be in a band called the Outlaws. His name is Harvey Dalton Arnold. He lives over in North Carolina. And Harvey lost his tongue to cancer and had to have a replacement. And if you ever want to see somebody who will give you hope and give you strength, go watch his music videos. He had to learn to speak all over again. He had to learn to sing all over again. He has had to learn to eat all over again. And like you say, you know, there's a heavy reliance on things like Boost and Ensure, but that guy will be an inspiration to you. Go look him up. His name is Harvey Dalton Arnold. And follow his story, Cynthia, because he might be able to help you because of the fact that he has been through and what he has been through, and a lot of the stuff that he ignored that they told him he needed to do. And yeah, check him out. Besides which, he is just the coolest musician. When he was in the Outlaws, he was their bass player. He replaced my friend Frank O'Keefe, who sadly fell and broke his neck. And he was doing country rock, but that's not really his thing. Has always been like old country blues, and he has gone through so much to get back to where he is that I think his story might appeal to you. I've been meaning to mention him to you for a while because I know that you two have gone through the same thing. First, they thought his cancer was just in his jaw, and so they took out part of the bone, and then they realized that it was in his tongue. And when you are a professional musician and they say, we're going to cut your tongue out, there's a story going to happen there. And Harvey's is a story of perseverance and strength, and he may have some info that can help you. So if you go over and see him, and you happen to leave him a message, you just tell him that I sent you over there. And I've known Harvey since the 70s. Long time. I'm hoping that as soon as this COVID thing settles down a little bit more, I want to go down and see my friend Harvey play some music and see how he has come through all this. Now, what was the name of that, Charles? Mass Gainer. Okay. Yeah, it's so strange how our body can just turn on us. I mean, up until I was in my 40s, I had never been sick a day in my life. Other than, you know, like a cold or a hangover. I can't say I've never been sick a day in my life. There was a week once in 1975 that I was sick for a week because I went to a Greek wedding. And boy, did I eat a bunch of stuff I shouldn't have ate and drank a bunch of stuff I shouldn't have drank. And they had to send somebody from one of the local bands by my house to make sure I wasn't dead. But in the early, well, actually 1996, I broke out in shingles. And that was the first of my autoimmune disorders. And then I just kept getting more and more and more crazier and crazier ones. Well, there wasn't much better in the bankroll as there was in the TLC roll or the regular customer roll. So basically, I hope there's some better stuff down in the bottom of that box, because this one's a stinker. It's almost as bad a stinker as this dumb nickel box with all the 2020s in it. Let me put these over here. Yeah, Cynthia, I'm using a Wheaties Boys Finds box for my nickels right now. It was handy. They gave me that when I was in Florida last year. I don't know if you got to meet them or not. They're great guys. All right, let me get back over here on my camera. And there I am in all my splendor and glory. Oh, and I got to tell you about my shirt. I wore this shirt tonight because this shirt is what I got from the recent Susan Komen cancer auction, and it was actually tie-dyed by one of my subscribers, Miss Southern Belle, and it arrived the other day, so I thought I'd better get this on here and model it. Jessie O is in the house. Woohoo! Alright, everybody, if you have not posted in the past 10 minutes or so, I'm going to reset the eligibility. We're going to pick a couple more cat or dog peoples. And get some more folks entered for the April 12th drawing. So everybody get posted so that the bot can see you. And unfortunately, I have lost a lot of my viewers, have moved over to other channels. I don't know, maybe they just don't know I'm back, or maybe those other channels are intentionally running over me. I'd like to think that they're not. But this has been my time slot since I first started over a year ago. And, oh, we're doing it right now, Mick Hammer. We're doing some more right now. Here, rabbit. So I'm hoping that I get my crowd back, but if I don't, you know, I'm not going to stop making content. I'm happily being able to do some detecting again. I have a bunch of stuff lined up to make detecting videos. So those will be coming up soon. And I'm doing the morning show with the news about detecting and coins. So I got plenty of stuff to work on, and eventually I will find the niche that I belong in. And my people will come back. I got the cats and the dogs ready. I'm going to pick 2 more people to register tonight. Is that a pig? Somebody brought a pig in here. Cow. Why do I only have 4 eligible users? Oh, because I got to hit my mod button. Now I got 6. And I've got 6 in the room, so everybody's good. Looks like we got everybody covered. Let's hit the button. Let's go for a cat or a dog. We're not going for pigs. None of that. No piggies. Okay, let's see. All right. James Eller, you and your goofy animals. Dog or cat? No pigs, no cows, no chicks. No dog. Well, yeah, you can have a dog. You can have a dog or a cat. That's all. Dog or cat. Yeah, I know Mondays suck. That's why I ended up with them. And nobody else wanted them. Now everybody wants them. James Eller, I'm waiting. Dog or kitty? I'm going to just open the door and let him on. He says cat. C-A-T-T. Catamus. Cattywampus. Catmandu. He got a kitty and another entry. Eller's going to win this thing just because he keeps getting entries. Jeez. Never seen anything like it. I'm still mad at him. Last night there was a somebody was giving away a proof set, and I love proof sets. Don't you know that stinker James Eller won that one too? All right. I'm going to do one more, then we're going to finish up my quarters. He always picks cat. Yeah, he does. Alrighty, roll them. Charles. Cat or dog, Charles? Cat or dog? Yeah, Jesse, I had a rough week too. I was in the ER twice this week. Charles says cat. C-A-T. Charles gets ta-da-da, kitty. He gets another entry. See, the more you show up, the better chance you have of winning. And that prize package is getting bigger because I got a message today from somebody that's sending me a package to add to some giveaways. So we're going to do one more. I keep hoping my friend Cynthia will get in here. Cynthia! Woohoo! Cynthia's my metal detecting friend from Georgia, guys. All right, Cynthia, cat or dog? I really wanted Cynthia in here because there are some metal detecting prizes, and they happen to match the detector that she owns. Look what I got, Cynthia. I got a whole bunch of Nocta patches. I got hats. I got the stuff. I got the stuff. Cynthia says kitty. Cynthia says kitty. And Cynthia was right. Kitty, 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 kitty. Cynthia gets an entry. And I got to tell you something else. Cynthia is one of my channel sponsors. In fact, she was my second channel sponsor. I think I have 3 Patreon sponsors. I'm not monetized. So I do have 2 or 3 Patreon sponsors. And Cynthia right out of the box was one of them. Alright, well, we're going to put these dogs away. And I'm going to put this under the scope here for a minute. And take a quick break. And when I come back, we're going to do the rest of the quarters and maybe another one of these rolls of these messed up nickels. So, I just got to take a break real quick. And I'm not going to put that under there. I'm going to put this under there. Because that is going to be one of the April 12th prizes. Denise, hey! Denise, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. That little item there that is under the scope, that is a silver round, and that is part of the prizes. Cynthia, yeah, my best to your dad. Thank you so much for being here. Glad you got one of the spots in the contest. And I'll be talking with you real soon. Give me about 2 minutes, folks, and I'll be right back. I am back. Yeah, I'm real sad about your dad. I know you got to work hard keeping him going, Cynthia, and with your own issues, he's on my list for sure of people that I am praying hard get a cure. I took care of my dad for quite a while, and then I took care of my mom for 8 years. So I get it. Alrighty, so what I got left to do in my quarters today, these are car wash quarters, and these are just the regular Washingtons. We already did the other group, and this shouldn't take too long because I have most of these. And as I remind everyone, I do go back through the quarters and look for errors and that sort of thing. Let me look in this book, see if I need anything. This book is complete. I do not need anything in that one. This is a 88 to 98 book. I already have one of these complete, so once I complete this one, we will have one to give away. Yeah, I understand that, Denise. I had to go today and take a couple of eBay sales down to the post office, and I really didn't want to go the second time, but they paid extra for the postage, so I had to make the run to take care of that. So in this book, the only one I need is the 1997D. Once I get that one, we will have a book we can give away. And then, of course, this book, the 65 through 87, I need 4 or 5. And we're not even going to talk about the silver ones because I've only found 2 silvers in the car wash so far. So let's get on over here, go through these real quick, and see if I can add anything to anything. Ready. Let's get her done. A 95 I do not need. Yep. Only need the 97. So put that in the bucket. Like I said, I'll go back and look at these later as I roll them up. 87. Not needed. Yeah, all of these quarters come from the car wash, and this car wash thing started out because I was at the car wash one day and almost dropped a silver quarter in the slot and said, oh my goodness, if there's one in here. There might be more. Oh, that's a 90. That's a P, and I don't need a P. So, he's gone. But since that time, I have filled countless books. I have gotten a number of grannies and kids collecting quarters, and my favorite's still the lady down in Georgia who goes through her husband's poker money every week to see if she can fill holes in the book. But 97. Oops, I better look at that again. I need a 97D. Hey, that's a 97D. I almost messed up. Woohoo! That was the last one we needed in this book. Now I got a book to give away. Woohoo! Another giveaway book. This one I'm keeping. I'm giving away the Whitman book. I'm going to keep my other one. So that one is full, and this is a giveaway. Yay! Let's keep going. See if I can finish this one up. Now, this is my personal book, so won't be giving it away, but once I fill this one, I will go get another book, and we will fill it and give that one away. 77 Sunset Strip. Boy, I'm old. I remember all these old TV shows. I was watching Annette Funicello yesterday. That'll tell you how old I am. I was watching Annette. Okay, where am I? I need an 80D, but that is not a D. How unfortunate for me. Yeah, I gotta get a hold of Florida Thunder Digging with Rob, because yesterday he said in his stream about my new morning show that I wouldn't have too many problems finding the old newspaper articles about coins and currency, but that it was probably going to be hard for me to do the things about metal detecting. Well, Mr. Rob needs to come watch my show, because I've already done about 5 or 6 articles on metal detecting from the 1940s. So I am finding those articles, and so I need to let him know that he has underestimated my research abilities. I love Rob. I have detected with Rob before and thoroughly intend to detect with Rob again as soon as I can go back to Florida. All of this COVID crap kept me from going to Florida Hunt 7. I have finally gotten my COVID shot, and my brother has gotten his COVID shots, which means that shortly I will be able to go, money permitting, I will be able to go and see my brother and go do some detecting. And I just happen to need that coin in this book, so just pop that in there. So I got some folks down in Florida I need to detect with again, particularly Rob. We had a lot of fun. Rob is a great guy. I did not get to detect with Park Rat Pat, and he's right up there on my list of I gotta detect with this guy, because it doesn't matter what he finds, he makes something great out of it. You know, I kind of get tired when I'm watching detectors and they find like a copper round or something that most of us would fall over. Oh, there's a bicentennial. We'll stick him down here in a variety hole. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I see these guys and they're like, oh, gee, it's just a copper. It's just a barber. And for most of us, that would be a bucket lister. Park Rat Pat, he finds half of a broken lighter and he's got a story he can tell about it. So he's on my list. I want to detect with that guy. I think that attitude is worth $1 million. All right, well, that was the last of those. I did manage to put a couple in my book. I need 1, 2, 3 more. Actually, 2 more, because one of those is just a variety space. So I only need 2 more to finish this book. And then we can start on some more giveaway books. So, that was fun. I didn't get skunked. I always like it when I don't get skunked. So, I graduated from high school in 85. Oh my. I graduated from high school in 71. And I should have graduated in 70. I'll preface that by I only needed a credit and a half to graduate. But I had a father who did not think girls should get educated, which was an ironic situation since I was in advanced placement classes. But he absolutely refused to let me go to summer school and take that credit and a half and graduate early. So I went to school for a whole year, taking nothing but elective courses because I had all my credits. It was crazy. I was a student assistant for one period for one of the history teachers. I took 2 music classes. I worked in the library. I mean, I wasted a year. Basically wasted a year. Because my dad just, that's how he was. And it was an odd thing. After my dad died, my mom sat around for about 5 years, and it was like one day the light bulb came on over my mom's head that she could do anything she wanted. And she started going down to the senior center, and she was in a card club, and she took computer classes and had a Facebook page and creative writing, and just my mom bloomed, after my dad passed, because she suddenly came to that realization that she could do what she wanted to do for herself. And I have a sister. We have both kind of been messed up by that whole being told every day, you're stupid, girls don't need to go to school, why you want to do that, and so if you watch my morning show called It Was the News, you will see the mascot of my morning show is a 1959-1960s toy called Susie Smart, who was a doll for educated girls. And that was the toy I always wanted and never got, so she is my mascot. I'm going to do 1 roll of these pathetic nickels. I am so mad. This was supposed to be a box of circulated nickels, and clearly it was only circulated in 2020 Philadelphia. Because that's all that's in most of the rolls. But I found a couple that have a little bit dirtier enders, so I'm hoping maybe there'll be something in them. And I'm taking the rest of the box back tomorrow. I will roll up enough to make it a full box. Yeah, this is not looking good here. and just take them back and maybe trade them in for some pennies or something, because we're not going to have much fun sorting through piles and piles of 2020s. But yeah, we do have, every morning I have my little It Was the News show, and we are having opportunities each day. Woo! 1947! We hit an oldie! Yay! We are registering our contestants for the April 12th giveaway, which is going to involve that piece of silver you saw sitting under the scope a few minutes ago, a very nice scale that was donated by one of my mods, Archaeology Mikey 007. Scales are a handy thing to have, both for collectors and for metal detectorists who want to make sure they're not getting ripped off on the price of that gold ring they dug up yesterday. And then there's some other coins. There will be some metal detecting things courtesy of the Noctamacro company, who sent me a box full of goodies. So every day we are playing a game called Cat or Dog and getting people signed up who will have the opportunity to win the big prize. So the more you show up for my shows, pretty much anytime you see me online, there's going to be somebody getting signed up for cats and dogs. So anytime you see me online, jump in here, make sure you got your notifications set so you can have a chance to get signed up. There's a 63. To win those prizes, 63D. And then we will have all those people, and you can win more than one opportunity. Here's a 64. More than one opportunity to another 64. More than one opportunity to win the big prize. So the more you support the channel, the better your opportunity to win that big prize becomes. Because I have decided that I'm not giving away my hard-earned stuff to people that don't support the channel. If they support me, I'm going to support them. And I figured this is a good way to do it. If you show up in my channel and you get registered, then I know you were in my channel, because it's the only way you could have gotten on the list. So anyway, I am hoping. I've been having a lot of health issues. I will not be on April the 9th because I have to go for some medical testing, which I hope is going to much improve my situation. And I am hoping sometime in May that I can go see my brother. I have not seen him for over a year. He is several years older than I am, and his health is about as crappy as mine. So I'm really wanting to go visit him down in Florida, go see some of my old musician friends, go do some detecting, see a beach. I still have not completed scattering my friend Tommy's ashes, and I need that to happen. So I'm just gonna keep plugging away here. There wasn't much. We did get a few old nickels out of that roll, but most of these rolls look like they're all gonna be 2020s, and that's kind of sad. That's just sad. I was really hoping to have some good nickels to sort. Well, we got into the 40s with it anyway, so that wasn't awful. We got a 47. I would have liked a war nickel or a V nickel or a buffalo nickel or something. But angry nickels. Yeah, I wish my parents had been that way. My mom, Denise, she was so pro-education. I just don't understand how she tolerated the stuff from my dad. I mean, I could read by the time I was 2.5 because of my mother. I spoke in full sentences by the time I was 2, and sometimes got myself in a lot of trouble because I was too smart for my own damn good. But I just do not understand the mentality that goes with it's a control issue. That's the only thing I can say. It's a way for people to control other people. If you can keep them stupid, you can control them. And I'm guessing that was my dad's, how he was raised. I did not know his family. I mean, his parents died before I was born, so I didn't know those grandparents. I don't know how he was raised. But, alrighty. Well, I thank those of you who did find my show tonight. I didn't realize how many of my subscribers I was going to lose by getting sick, but apparently several people grabbed that time period and are now streaming when I used to. So I'm just going to have to do something to build my channel back up. And right now I'm going to go do something to build me back up. I'm going to go make some food. I appreciate all of you being here. Like I said, I usually come on about 8 in the morning for about an hour. And what that is that I mix up my vitamin drink and take my pills, and then I get my coffee. And while I am having those things, we do the little news show. And once the coffee's gone and it's time to go to work, we're out of here. So I do not have an exact set time, but usually around 8 o'clock. This morning I had a lot to do, so it got going real early. But anyway, you are all appreciated. I am going to be doing some more metal detecting videos. I have emptied all my cameras, and I think I have about enough stuff for 11 or 12 videos. A couple of them are still going to be in Georgia that I found buried off on an extra camera. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And hit the like button on the way out. Before I even went on today, I already had the thumbs down, so somebody hates me enough to show up every day and hit that thumb. All right, people, thank you. We'll see y'all soon. Some of you in the morning, some of you not. And Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight, is Sweeping the Dirt, which is my metal detecting channel. And I do have some stuff to show y'all on that one. So y'all be sure and show up, and we will see you soon. Bye.